Hi guys, it's January 7th, and I just wanted to do another video to update everybody. Especially now because I've had such a great response from the first video, I can't say enough how much I really appreciate all the encouragement I got after putting that up. It was a little scary to do that, because now it kind of became official, and I had to, everything that came with that. So I really appreciate all the words of encouragement I got. It's been busy the last couple of weeks, Christmas, New Year's. I haven't had a whole lot of time to devote to the business, but I'm back on that train now, and we're doing what we got to do. So, in terms of what's been going on, I've been calling around to some contractors. I haven't been able to find anybody yet, even to commit to come out to give me a quote or to take a look at the place, just because everybody is so busy on the island. I talked to one contractor last night who said he has never been this busy in his entire life. And, the only day he has to himself is Sunday, to himself and his family. So, I mean, I hate the thought of, trying to bug people to come out on like the one day that they have to themselves. I wouldn't like that. So I'd but at the same time, I still need somebody to come out and take a look at this. So anyway, we're gonna keep plugging, and hopefully we'll get somebody to come out and take a look and give me some advice on what I actually need to do out here. I mean, I have an idea, but I'm not a contractor. I don't know anything about construction, so yeah, that I'll have to wait and see what they say. I have made some other progress though. Mom and Dad, thank you again. They actually live next door. You can actually kind of see them. Well, no, you can't. Anyway, they're out that window. And they came over on the weekend and helped me clean out this room a little bit. I know you take a look around, it's kind of hard to tell. There's still a lot of stuff in here. But this room has been cleaned up quite a bit. There's our stuff from moving around, and then there's still my grandparents' stuff that none of the family has taken, so it's just here, and we don't know what to do with it. We don't want to throw it out, but what do you do with it? So anyway, there's stuff like this box spring, which I'm gonna put up on Facebook if anybody's looking for a queen size box spring. There's other stuff, pictures you can kind of see. You can see down there. There's like all these pictures that used to be on the wall here that we don't want to throw out but don't really know what to do with. We found I'm gonna say, can you see that? It's like we found like a dozen different suitcases from I don't know, between probably the 50s and 90s, up in the attic. So they're still here. We have no use for them. So anyway, we got to find out something to do with them. Like, we have this thing, which is like an old record player. I don't know what they're called, but it's the where am I going here? This. It works. But it's another one of those things where it's like you don't really want to throw it out, but I don't have room for it here anymore. So anyway, hopefully we'll find a home for it. I'm not going to throw that out. Somebody can put it to use. And beyond, there's just stuff, right? So, but we cleared out quite a bit actually. We threw out some stuff. Some of my stuff, like Katie and my stuff, we put in the house, or I found a place for it somewhere else. So we're getting there. If we're going to do some structural work in here, whoever does this is going to want to have some space. So we are slowly sort of moving things out. Other than that, I met with Sharon O'Halloran, who is an accountant in Summerside, to look at getting the books taken care of and that kind of thing. Sharon was great, really helpful. I met with her for almost an hour actually, and just talked about different things that I'm going to have to do and should do and all this kind of stuff. It was great. I think that's pretty much it. Met with Sharon, cleaned out some space in here. Tried to find a contractor. I think that's pretty much it for the last couple of weeks. I really can't do anything until I get this room cleaned up and renovated and insulated. I've had a few people say, well, why don't you start growing some stuff now? Um, I'd love to, but like I've tried growing things out here, and it's just too cold. Even even stuff like spinach or some of the brassica microgreens, I don't think they'd grow if I did start them out here. That being said, I'm thinking about getting some equipment and starting a few things maybe in the house where it's a little warmer. I do have some space where I might be able to do like a rack of microgreens or lettuce or something like that. So I might start there and see where that goes. But the main focus right now is actually just finding somebody to come out here and help me with this. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the ceiling. I mean, is pretty self-explanatory, as you can see. I'll have to insulate that. Um, there is some insulation in the walls. It's just the fiber, the pink stuff. In the floor, though, there's nothing. And actually, Dad and I, when I said in my last video, this used to actually be a greenhouse. So there's a cement foundation there was a hole cut in it for the old door to go into the greenhouse, and it is accessible through another part of the house. Anyway, Dad and I pried off the board that was covering that and took a look underneath here. There's about a foot and a half clearance, but it's just unfinished under here, so there's no slab. It's just dirt. So I don't know how that's going to work for insulating. I had thought about maybe even having the floor lowered or removed or something to give me a little bit of extra space and to maybe make it easier to insulate. I don't know. Again, not a contractor. So I'm hoping to get some advice on that when I do finally secure somebody. That's pretty much, I guess that's pretty much it. I'm not going to do a 15-minute video like last time. I'm going to try to keep them to 10 minutes and try to do these at least once a week. I haven't decided if I'm going to do Monday or Friday. It's actually hard to do these right now because when I get up in the morning, like during the week, it's dark, and when I get home, it's dark again, and there's no light out here in this room, so it's really hard to do video updates, in the dark. So basically, the only time I have to do it is on weekends or on a day like today where I'm. Me again. Case in point about it being too cold out there, my phone actually died on me. I don't know if it was the battery was, still 20%, but I don't know if it was because it was getting too cold or what. But anyway, I'll end it here. But thank you so much. Again, really appreciate all the support. Yeah, hopefully I'll have some more to report next week. I should say too, if you have any questions or comments or advice or anything that you wanted to add, these videos are going up on YouTube. And you can find the channel there. You can leave a comment or what have you. I had a couple on my first video, which was great. So it can only build from there. But or on Facebook too. I share these there, or send me an email. Whatever. I'm an easy guy to get a hold of. So yeah, I am doing this because I want the feedback and I want the advice and all that stuff. So anyway, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Have a good one.